of peace, prosperity, and expansion, the light of the Jedi shines bright. And yet the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. Sinister forces plot in secret to plunge the galaxy into chaos. To combat these dark forces, 4 heroes must embark upon a Luminous Odyssey.
Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Star Wars The High Republic, A Luminous Odyssey, a Star Wars RPG series starring my friends. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Alrighty. So, before we get started, just as a reminder, I have a Patreon where you can check out some not only post-game discussions, but also maybe some episodes early. That's probably going to be a thing. We haven't started rolling these out yet, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be an episode early on Patreon before they come up to YouTube. So you can check that out on patreon.com/ARSMichael. Give me money and I give you things in return. So when last we left off,
Little Quabono.
A Jedi named Aurelio Agast was found dead on a beach on the moon of Narvixis 2. Several Jedi and wannabe Jedi, in the case of Dagan Narvixis, arrived at the scene of his death to investigate. Miraja Khaleen, the Cathar Jedi, was sent there by the Jedi Council to investigate. Soren Zaith was investigating Nihil attacks in the area when he went there. Eloran Ozin was friends with Aurelio Agast and had received communication for him before his untimely demise. And Dagan, well, he owned the planet, so he was there. You guys converged on the body, at which point, when it was a motion sensor on the Jedi Vector was discovered, some explosives went off within, which you guys luckily managed to get away from and avoid any serious harm. Upon discovering this trap seemingly set for whatever Jedi would come looking for the body of Aurelio, you guys contacted the Jedi Council and received instruction to go to the planet Koboh as you would seek advice from Jedi Knight Dagan Gera, who had experience dealing with Jedi killers. You guys rested up in Dagan's abode and are currently gearing up in the morning after to go to Koboh. So if there's any final things you guys want to do before you take off, you'll also have time on the ship there if you want to communicate anything to each other. I open up the floor to you.
I think I'm ready to start Dagan Gera business.
Yeah, I'm vibing. I'm going. I might be meditating on the ship or having a morning walk or something, depending on if we're there or already in transit.
Yeah. Unless anyone has any objections, I say let's just go ahead. Y'all are in hyperspace on the way there.
Are we boarding one of Dagan's ships, or?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes.
Yes, we're boarding the Duchess 2.
Lovely.
Yes.
Yes, you guys are all on this. It's kind of like a pleasure yacht almost. It has some very nice. It's a very big step up from the Bastard from the previous RPG we did. This is a luxurious travel craft that is
Bastard was
meant for
luxurious. But all right, that's cool.
Yeah. How many like hidden weapons cabinets are there on the Duchess?
Many less, I would have to assume.
Depends on what you classify as a weapon.
Yes, a lot of these weapons vibrate.
Oh, so you
Not
got like
the
a
vibro sword you're
a
looking
vibro
for.
knife, a vibro axe.
Yes, you could call them that.
Well, you can stick it up your vibro axe, but
Yes.
Hey.
But yeah, you guys have a little bit of time before you get to Koboh if there's anything y'all want to discuss, or we can fast forward there if sufficient discussions have been had.
I don't know. I think Soren's just antsy and ready to get to work.
I mean,
I think Oz would probably. I think I want to ask the young bucks, particularly Miraja and Soren, if they have any experience with Dagan Gera, because while I know who he is, I think we said that last time.
Yeah.
By reputation.
You're aware of
we've
his
never-
like academic, scientific pursuits.
Yeah. We haven't crossed paths, so I guess it would be
Yeah.
Oz maybe like creeps up to the two active duty Jedi and wants to know.
And as a note, Soren and Miraja, you guys have never met Dagan, but you're aware of his reputation as like a legendary fighter. Took down a pretty notorious Jedi killer a few months back, and seems to be working kind of in more scientific fields now. But he is a very, very skilled and very well-known Jedi at this point.
I think based on like Soren's kind of worldview, I think Soren kind of thinks Dagan Gera is a little like low key a bit of a rock star.
Yeah.
Like again, like
I was
Soren
gonna say,
is very
I feel like Miraja is like, I have heard of him.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Soren's like, yeah, he made that Gendai bounty hunter his bitch. Like it's like again in a Jedi way, he's not as animated about it, but Soren's very like keepers of the peace, protectors of justice. Like he's like Dagan Gera is about that shit. So
Yeah, but Soren's got a bit more enthusiasm.
Yeah, Soren's more jazzed about it.
Miraja is much more. I have heard of him. Here are the details, but I have never encountered him.
All right. So
I look over to Darshan.
I have not heard of him per se, but I'm sensing him through the Force, and he's dead. That I know for sure.
Wow.
Dagan Gera?
Oh, who are we talking about?
Who are you talking about?
I'm not sure. I'm just really concerned that these lower level droids are not putting away my luggage in the proper spaces.
Okay.
What about my capes?
Oh.
I also want to acknowledge that Chomboy is probably like sleeping in the most
a cave.
inconvenient spot
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
And
Comboy is sprawled out in the co-pilot's chair, just
Bless up.
I love Chomboy.
all right.
But yeah, other than that, I'm holding meditation the whole way through.
I imagine you're like inconveniently like levitating, meditating in the middle of like the communal area in everyone's way.
Yes. Correct.
You know, we
continue to
do
walk
have
around.
meditation space.
I think I'm so locked in that I don't even
He's
hear
not-
you.
He's not in. Okay.
I feel we must just walk around him.
At one point, the Duchess does just kind of jump up in Oz's lap and curl up.
That's cute. I love that.
And he does not stir at all, apparently.
Nope.
Nope. Unaffected.
Alrighty. So you guys come out of hyperspace outside of Koboh. The moon orbiting around it, all in one piece, as it certainly always will be. And you also do see this like gorgeous, like multicolored nebula, like space storm kind of thing going on outside that you guys know to steer the ship away from based on the navigational data. This is known as the Koboh Abyss, which Dagan Gera is currently, apparently recently was able to navigate, but it's generally a no-go for ships if you want to stay alive. So you guys follow the coordinates you've been given, head down to the Republic base on the planet. There's a sort of scientific facility down there. You're given permission to land, and you touch down as you're all disembarking.
There aren't any weird fucking bugs, right? There aren't a bunch of really annoying fucking bugs, right?
Not in the immediate area that you notice, nor are there any brown wampas in sight.
Okay. No
Those little
mocha
fucking,
wonkas.
what are they called? Rockas, the little chicken fuckers.
Yeah, none of
Fuck.
those.
Chicken fuckers.
They've been kept out of this sort of scientific facility, as it's currently intact, as it always will be. And
For sure, absolutely.
The only way I've ever known it.
there's a like Republic science officer who comes down, kind of data pad in hand, and he's like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. We weren't expecting any more Jedi to come helping. Are you here to assist with Dagan and Master Kree?"
Yes, I'm here to meet with Dagan.
We're here to meet with Jedi Knight Gera. We were sent by the council to speak with him on a very sensitive matter.
Yes, a murder.
I see.
Where?
Well,
Can you please lead us to Dagan?
of course, yes. Follow me. He's up in
Thank
the
you.
observation deck. And so he leads you up through
Oh
this
my
facility.
You indulgent son of a bitch, Michael.
Leads you through this facility. Overlooking a computer terminal, there are 3 figures. One of which is an Arcanian male. For context, he basically looks human, just ghostly pale with kind of silver hair, wearing very ornate Jedi robes that seem to be almost custom made, as they have the Republic's logo emblazoned on them. Next to him is a dark-skinned human woman, kind of short hair, who seems to be programming something onto 3 kind of cylindrical devices. And beside both of them is a slender, kind of effeminate droid that seems to be assisting the woman with her work. And the science officer speaks up and he says, "Master Jedi, there's more Jedi here to speak with you." And the woman turns around and waves you in. "Please come in. We weren't expecting more of you. How may we assist, or are you here to assist?"
Well,
We're here to solve a crime.
oh my lord. Soren, kind of bows respectfully and goes, Masters, it's a pleasure to meet you both, an honor. We actually came to ask Jedi Knight Gera advice on a very specific matter. Master Kree, I'm sure the council would have no issue with you and your droid hearing about this. We need advice on Jedi killers.
Well, I hear Dagan's the foremost expert on that, especially in the last few months. And Dagan just sort of like waves his hand dismissively and he says, "I'm in the middle of some very important work here.
Already with this shit.
And then
He
at
says-
that moment, I want Oz to just again somehow appear on the other side of Dagan. So Dagan looks this way, Oz is here.
Yeah.
And then Oz directly into his ear would be like, "And what exactly is the nature and goal of that work?"
He
Oh,
does kind
yes.
of like flinch. It's
Dear
like,
boy, I am impressed with the lab that you have here. I must say, it's quite thorough. El Oren Osman, by the way, my associate Chomboy is already helping himself to really whatever it is you have over in your
keep
living
that
room.
little and like Z is kind of like trying to like the droid is trying to like shoo the pig away as he's like scurrying about.
He only
This
wants
little
to help.
puffer pig is.
He's a valued member of the team. The force is very strong with him. It floats around him and expands with him when he
It's
gets
a
scared.
puffer pig.
And you are just flesh and blood, the same way that puffer pig is flesh and blood. You would do well to remember that.
Yes,
It's a puffer pig.
I cannot deny his methods.
So, as our new friend Dashin,
Listen.
whose Jedi-dom is
Very strong.
murky, shall we say, pointed out, we are in here indeed to investigate a crime. However, I heard that you, young man, made it through the Koboh Abyss. And I'm curious what you saw on the other side.
What I've done is the most magnificent discovery of any Jedi in the last 200 years at least.
I'm starting a running tally.
My goodness.
A paradise world on the other side of the abyss, far away from any of the dangers of the Republic. It is an ideal training ground for the future of the Jedi. And like Centauri is like rolling her eyes. Here he goes again. A world called Tanalorr.
Oh, Tanalorr, you say?
I named it myself.
That sounds nice. And you think that this is going to be the solution to all of our problems?
I think it will prove to be an invaluable secondary temple for the Jedi, second only to Coruscant itself, of course. An establishment for us out here on the frontier where we can train recruits and it's, you have to see this world. It's a paradise.
Well, if an old master might offer you a piece of advice, it doesn't really matter if it's paradise, because you will take whatever storms and calamities you have in here. Points directly at his heart. Wherever you go. I'm just saying. Not that I have any knowledge of anything that might happen later on.
And he looks over to Soren, Miraja, and Dashin and goes, "Where did you dig up this old fossil?" And
Actually,
you would do well to have more
and
respect for
Centauri's
fossils.
like, "Forgive Dagan. He's still learning humility."
I was gonna say, Jared the player is being cheeky and wanting to do the he won't shut the fuck up about Tanalorr bit. But Soren is like very into everything he's saying. Like Soren is very sold, and Soren is also Tanalorr pilled because he's also like, yes, we need a stronghold in the Outer Rim. We need to be able to maintain footing out here because Nile. But so Soren is very into this. I'm just being cheeky, and I'm going to count the amount of times Michael has Dagan Gera say Tanalorr. That will be the gauge as to how true to the character it is if we don't crack 10, he fucked up.
Centauri does kind of turn to Dagan, and she's like, "Now, Dagan, show a little bit of respect for these people who came all the way out here to see you. We're still programming all the data into the compasses. Surely you can spare a few minutes and talk with them about their..." You said it was a Jedi killer problem? Is there another one out and about?
Whether
We
it's a
think it
Jedi killer problem.
It was a murder. There's a dead body.
Yes. Are you familiar with Master Aurelio Agast? Good friend of mine.
And immediately Dagan's like, "No," but Centauri's like, "He's a way seeker, I believe, correct?"
Yes.
Well, he was.
Yeah, and now he's mostly charcoal on my beach.
Well, we did pick up the charcoal. I had Soren pick up the charcoal.
Master Agast is dead. Killed,
you...
left on a beach on Narvixus 2, and now
in a bag.
Here we are,
he's in a bag.
Wondering if perhaps
he is in a bag.
What was the means of his demise?
We found him without a lightsaber on his hip, but with a lightsaber wound through his torso.
Yes.
And then Soren like provides kind of like a hollow projector with like, you know, evidence the crime.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm sure we have like some type of code cylinder or data disk to hand over to be like, you know, here's everything we have so far. I'm sure one of us programmed something at some point.
Not me.
Essentially just like a bunch of like 3D models of like what the crime scene looked like and the explosion of the vector.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I see. Someone left a trap then for the Jedi who would come looking." And
or potentially for Dashin. We don't know whether or not the objective was to lure in Jedi. A distress beacon was activated on his vector. So Jedi were summoned to the scene of the crime, but also it was dumped on the beach that Dashin owns. So
Yes.
motivation is still hazy.
And Dagan
Yes,
kind of like side eyes Dash, and he's like, "I highly doubt he was the target."
Well. Now don't be so hasty because I am rich, handsome, and very talented in the Force. You should see what I can do.
The force is very strong with the lad, I will say.
Thank you.
I'm sure it is.
Listen to the old
Dagan
man.
says very sarcastically.
Well, despite your,
I
I
don't
would
like
describe it as a prickly demeanor, we were sent to you for counsel on this matter by the council.
council.
That is council, of course, being a homophone for two different words. Council with an S versus council with a C. Council with a C sent us here for you to give us counsel with an S.
I understand,
That
old
just
master.
it just seems like
But-
you're so focused on whatever it is you're doing that you're not listening to the fact that somebody is dead.
Yes.
And we need
Yes,
your
and there's
help.
nothing I can do about that. Now you want me to analyze the psychology of this Jedi killer? That's
We were
not
sent-
exactly my department. I took
I
down
would
a
like
Jedi
you to
killer.
look at the
I
pictures
don't know what
of
drives-
the crime, and I would like to hear your opinion on it.
He set a trap for someone to blow up. He wanted Jedi dead. I don't know why.
This Jedi
Why not talk
has
to
a
the actual
lightsaber
Jedi
ring.
killer?
All right.
Well, if I could do that, I would
Is
not
Ravis
be
here?
Here.
Of course he's here. And
I mean-
Centauri speaks up.
Soren being a little bit of a fanboy, already knowing the name of the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Beat up.
And Centauri speaks up and she's like, "Yes, Dagan has Ravis out on an errand, though we haven't heard from him in some time."
So what exactly is the nature of this arrangement that you have with the quarry that tried to kill Jedi Knights? I'm very curious.
Tried and succeeded, Dagan says. I spared his life after a long and noble duel, and in turn, he swore a life debt to me.
Interesting.
He has
I'd have a
his
few
use.
life debts sworn.
So he'll do whatever you want?
He'll do whatever I say.
Like
So-
kill a Jedi?
Oh,
Rest assured, if he were to kill a Jedi, I'd take his head. And I'd know he'd intended to do it well before he did.
I understand. You said he will do whatever you want. You don't need to just explain in detail. Shouldn't we call the council? He's being very unhelpful.
You will find that all ranks of Jedi Knights can be very unhelpful, including but not limited to the council.
so if he is the only form of help we are going to get, why don't you fetch him for us?
That's the thing, is we've lost communication with him.
Oh,
Oh,
so
how
you don't have
convenient.
him, do you?
He's still on the planet, I'm sure. We sent him out to...
Are you?
This planet? Or Narfixis? I don't know.
And Dagan, like, kind of like, gets up in your face and he's like, if you
Perhaps
want
those
my
old
help,
rays.
I demand at least a little respect from you.
Respect is earned. You have done nothing to earn it from us. You've been nothing but unhelpful, and we've been nothing but respectful towards you.
Well, if you're
Who do
so
you think
insistent
you
that I've been
are,
no
little
help, then be on your way and find help elsewhere. And Centauri's like, Dagan, please, would you forgive him? He's very focused on Tanalor at the moment.
Oh, it would appear so. You know,
Sounds
my dear
boring.
boy, being a way seeker myself, I don't quite enjoy the practice of pulling rank. However, if you force me to do so, I'm going to have to, and then I'm going to be in charge of this lab, and you don't want that because then Chomboy is going to be the lab assistant, and quite frankly, he's just not very delicate with lab equipment. We've tried it in the
As
past.
Z is still like chasing him around the room.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you would, perhaps, muster as much as you can, heroes such as you are, some Jedi humility before you force this old Syrian to have to get more political than I really want to be because there's more pressing matters at hand.
We'll tell you what. I'm trying to continue my work here. We're trying to load up a transport with plenty of droids and construction materials, so that way we can begin construction on the temple on Tanalor.
3.
It's very important to me that we focus on that. I don't know how much help I can be in analyzing the psychology of a Jedi killer. As I said, I fight them. I don't worry about why they do what they do. However, Ravis may be of more help in that regard. If you go and track down Ravis, I'm sure he will be able to assist you with whatever psychoanalysis you need.
Well, then why don't we all just head downstairs right now, back to the ground floor, and you lead the way?
Correct. I think that's
Yes.
a wonderful
I
plan.
love it.
And Dagan's like, did you miss the part about me staying here to work on this? We can tell you where Ravis went if you want to go and fetch him.
So you do know where he is.
We know where we sent him.
So you sent him away.
How about you
I'll
listen
listen.
before you speak, young knight?
How about you speak before you listen?
Master Gera, I think it would be greatly helpful if the only Jedi we know Ravis will answer to is with us on such an important matter.
He pulls out his lightsaber, which is this long, elegant double blade, and he unhooks half of it and tosses one of the two sabers to you. And he says, show that to Ravis. He'll know his place.
It's better than nothing. Can you give us the coordinates to his last known location?
How about I give you the coordinates to where I sent him and the details around why he was sent there, seeing as you're so eager to jump the blaster?
Appreciate all of your cooperation.
One of our science officers went missing a few days back. And we sent Ravis to go follow the trail of where we thought he was going to be. And it looks like a local group of raiders or something had kidnapped him. I don't know if they're trying to extort him or get information out of him. He's really not going to be of that much help. He wasn't that important. But regardless, we sent Ravis on the hunt.
Well, what do you mean not that important?
I mean, he was low ranking. He's not a scientific genius like Centauri is, who could figure out how to navigate the abyss.
And that affects his relevance as a living being within the Force. How? It
affects relevance.
I respect
to
what
this
you've
project.
done, Master Gera, but you're being so flippant. I don't. Fine.
And
we'll find the scientist and your pet Jedi.
Easy now.
Centauri does kind
Soren.
of like step in, and she's like, I do apologize for Dagan's behavior. He is of singular focus at the moment. And like Dagan does kind of sigh, and he's like, I apologize if I have seemed rude. However, as I've stated, this has been the greatest discovery in the Order has had in the last century at least.
And that is why they sent us here to talk to you, I'm sure, about this matter and not that matter.
Is something funny, old Jedi?
I'm sorry. I tried to be nice this entire time and allow you to have this moment of the greatest discovery of the Jedi I've ever. But I'm sorry, my dear boy. I've seen things in the last year that you couldn't conceive of, nor could you ever quantify in any of this lab computing and any of these computers, that not your great scientific mind or your low-ranking officers, none of your efforts combined could illustrate the full depth of the things that I've witnessed, my dear boy, while you were grabbing onto your master's leg and begging for him to shield you from your presumed fear of the dark or some other irrational fear. You do seem like the type. It just baffles me to see in my absence the type of people that they've allowed to ascend to these ranks. You know, I have good friends. I have been traveling the galaxy while you've been focused on one planet. I've seen things from other cultures, other worlds, other planes that you
I beg your
cannot
pardon,
even
but
fathom.
Are you a way seeker?
I'm many things, but I mean, officially, yes.
That makes sense. You're one of them.
Them.
They need people like us because, unfortunately, as you will learn, as you hopefully live a long life with all of your limbs, that there will always be people.
Which I assume you will have for your entire life.
There will
don't want that to
always
sound like a
be
threat.
people like me, and there will always be people like you. And that is
Of
what
that, we agree.
Well,
God, I miss playing as Fabian because I really could just punch him in the face back. I really could just hit this fucking
I'm having
guy
fun
again,
playing
you
these
know?
characters.
you can be rude to the young knights here and everything, but I want you to understand something, boy, if you would.
Boy?
I'm very how do I put this? I'm here and I'm there and I see in you something that I can't quite yet put my finger on. There's a fog, there's something in your future, but I want you to know that right now in this room, despite my otherwise erratic demeanor, if you test me, you will lose. You are lucky that I am allowing you to continue on this great discovery while we go and do an errand that you, being a Jedi, should be jumping at the chance to get, sending what is essentially an indentured servant to fetch someone you feel is beneath you. You understand that I am good friends with Master Oppo Rancisis, correct? You understand that I have the word and the ear of people that oversee your little pet projects. I have seen a lot of things, and I might be smelly and old and easy to disregard, but my dear boy,
3 for 3 on that one.
There's nothing that you can do
My
that's
ears
going
are
to
down.
intimidate me or impress me.
Nor will anything you do intimidate or impress me, at least until you discover something that actually benefits the entire order instead of just yourself.
At that moment, Oz raises his hand and with the Force snatches the other half of the lightsaber off his belt and catches it.
Why don't you... Oh God, what do I have you roll for this?
Miraja, her ears are back, her hackles are raised, and I am not sure if any of this was a good idea anymore.
I was really ready for Alden to just be like, I see in your future you getting faded by a redheaded twink. I see a can of whoop-ass from a little redhead
I'm not even
beating
gonna
your
have you
bitch
roll.
ass's brakes off.
I'm gonna say you do just kind of snatch the saber from Dagan, and as Dagan is like almost like stepping up to you, Santari does get between the both of you, and she says,
I was gonna say Soren
think
also
that's
goes
enough.
up a little bit behind Oz.
And so Oz is just looking at it, and then for the lack of me, I'm not wanting to make up details on the spot or whatever, but like Oz is looking and analyzing the metals that it's made of and everything, gives it a little shake, listens to it and everything, and then says, "This is a really good blade, for what I'm sure is a very radiant sword, a weapon that I'm sure inspires hope, fear, strength everywhere it goes. If only it wasn't being wielded by a child." And then he gently floats it back so that it just right back onto the belt. And it says, "Come along, kids, we're leaving. Tomboy, let's go."
and as you all start to file out, you do hear Dagan mutter, "Better a child than an old fool," as he clips it back onto his belt.
And then I yell back, "You're a dick!"
And you hear the droid go,
hold on,
"I'm
I think so.
inclined to agree, Dagan. Your behavior was inexcusable."
Soren goes back in, and Jared, the player, kicks in and just starts dapping Z up like, "Hey, what's up, twin?"
I have Darshan.
That
I'm
doesn't
pushing him along. I'm like, okay.
That
I
doesn't happen.
understand.
That
I
doesn't
understand
happen.
what's going on.
Jared-
You're upset. We're upset. We're both upset. Let's keep going. Come on, honey, come on.
Jared just wants to dap up Z. Jared just wants to dap up Z.
All right. So I'm gonna say
Fuck
because
that
of that
guy.
whole interaction.
I have sitting here as a player character. I'm like, low key. I'm like, I've never played a Tabaxi, but I've never also wanted to scratch some guy's eyes out.
Dude, fuck Dagan Gera. This dude sucks.
I want to replay Survivor tonight just to kill him. I want to kill him again right now.
Oz, given your whole spiel to Dagan there, I'm going to say shift your balance toward experience away from humility.
That was badass. That was badass.
Toward experience. Okay.
But yeah, you guys have the coordinates of Ravis's last known location.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to
You
fucking go there since he doesn't know where the hell his captor is.
you guys can head there. If there's anything you guys want to discuss on the journey there, you can. You guys are just sort of traversing kind of
By the time we get to
the wastelands. Yeah.
all the way down in the wastelands, I think Oz is just like walking with the staff, and he's just having a one-sided conversation with Chomboy where he's like, to be quite honest, I didn't think the boy was that bad, but sometimes you could just smell when someone needs to be humbled.
Chomboy says in Puffer Piggies, yeah, you really should tell Oppo Rancisis about that shit. Surely that won't have cataclysmic consequences a couple hundred years down the road.
Dog, I'm giving him 1 star. I'm giving him 1 star
On Jedi Yelp.
On Jedi Yelp, 1 star.
I'm
I'm shitting on him.
Council. I'm like, hey guys, that was really bad. Thanks.
So, you guys are nearing kind of the coordinates of Ravis's last known location. You're starting to see a couple of it looks like small little barriers that were put up. You get the sense maybe that there were maybe a bandit encampment or some sort of just small camp for marauders. There's a couple quote unquote fortifications made out of wood or whatever. A couple of them are smashed up pretty bad, and there's a couple bodies that look to be probably whatever bandits were using this location. Some of them are bludgeoned pretty badly to the point of almost being split in half.
As a Cathar, do I have Wolverine power?
What do you mean by Wolverine powers?
Probably sense stuff.
Yeah, that's
probably true.
Do I have? I'm a cat. Can I hear really good? Can I smell really good?
Why don't you go ahead and assess the situation? So roll with creativity.
Oh hell yeah! Do I roll just 1 time or 2 times?
So you're just rolling. You're rolling both d6 and adding the total.
So 2d6.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. While looking at the bloody scene we came upon,
okay,
Soren lets out a hallowed, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, and you did add your creativity to that, right, Taylor?
I did.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I had 2 3s and then +2.
So because that was between 7 and 9, you get to ask 1 question from the following list. The questions are, what here can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way out/in-through? And who or what is in the greatest danger? Or if you have a similar question along those lines.
Yeah, my question is can I get a read on these people? Can I get a read on where the attack came from?
Okay, yeah. Judging by how this was set up, it looks like it was a head-on assault from the direction that you guys are coming from. And putting the pieces together, you're guessing this is Ravis's handiwork, that he just plowed right through these guys, heading toward wherever their main encampment is.
So Dagan Gera let some dude out of jail for shits and gigs, and now I am chasing dead bodies. Wonderful. Can't wait to go to the council with this one. So if I'm following, so the attack came from where we are right now.
Yeah, so this was a bandit encampment where they were positioned alongside a road to attack any would-be settlers or colonists.
Oh, so these are bandits.
Yes, these are bandits that were killed by Ravis.
Got it. Is there anything good here?
There's a handful of loose credits.
Nah, I mean, cool, but I just mean is there anything over here that would? Of course he would. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
Dashin,
love
you're kind of like
I love having
pilfering
me
through, grabbing
interviewer,
some
but down
credits.
Any little
There's-
bit helps.
There's the occasional fancy blaster. You get the sense these people probably didn't really have much. They were really probably bandits out of poverty, not out of choosing a
so
heinous
he
life crime for
murdered
malicious
people who have no other option.
This doesn't feel
Awesome.
very Jedi-like. Am I wrong?
No, but I guess that's going to happen when you're a Jedi who employs a Jedi killer for fun.
Kitty, don't touch that.
Yes, we're going to have a lot of really long, very bureaucratic conversations with the council about this whole operation. It's not necessarily how I would like to do business, how I like other Jedi to do their business, but you will find, young Dashin, that the order that you have some limited experience with oftentimes has very limited experience with the surrounding galaxy. So.
Alrighty.
You're
you
so
guys-
wise, master.
You guys continue forward,
Nice.
and you continue. There's a couple other like bodies strewn around. There's one or two that are unconscious and not dead. And there's a couple of blood trails of like people who got away. It's not like Ravis was like tracking down every single one of these guys.
Can I try to like wake up and question one of the raiders who were causing bedlam?
Yeah, of course. So, for the record, these aren't the Bedlam Raiders yet. So,
I was being cheeky.
these are just people on Koboh, essentially. But you smack one of them awake. And you
I
sort
was
of-
just going to give him a little shake, but okay.
I know.
I guess we're using the Fabian method of like hit him till he answers my question. But
No, you kind of use the force to nudge him awake, and he kind of comes to, still a little like woozy, but not in any urgent, like he's not like on death's door or anything, but he's hurt. And he's like a big kind of Ovisian with like a big old like
Hell
legend
yeah.
in his side.
Hell
Oh
Do the
god!
Do the voice.
Oh, who are you?
Soren Zaith, Jedi Knight. I have a couple questions to ask you.
What?
Oz starts pulling like some fucking like herbs and shit out, like immediately starts doing like what looks like fucking hippie medicine.
Yeah.
Instead of pulling
he's
out
like-
like a med pack or anything useful. Well, I guess were we using? I guess we're using Bacta at this point. Yeah.
That is like
New.
experimental.
It's
Like,
new. Yeah.
It's still kind of mostly culto these days.
But it ain't that. I'm using like,
Yeah.
what some culture you never heard of is using.
And
Like,
you pour some
Balsam
shit on there,
leaves.
and for a second he's like, ow, 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 ow. Actually, that's starting to feel a little better.
yes, it always hurts really, really badly at first, but trust me, it'll be fine. Now, how it's going to synchronize with your more reptilian physiology is beyond me, but Chomboy says he has a really good feeling about it, so it should work out.
Who's Chomboy?
That's Chomboy.
The
And
buff.
he's like eating grass.
Yeah. like right next to a corpse.
Yeah, like
Soren, kind of in like resignation that this is what his life is, kind of goes, yes, that's Chomboy. He's the key to all of this. I presume you were beaten up by a Gendai.
I think that's what that was.
Do you know what direction he went in?
And he like looks down the path toward the like. There's like a almost like carved into like a mountainside, a larger what looks to be like fortification for these guys. Up there, I think. I don't know how long I've been out, so he may be long gone, but that's where he was going when he beat us up.
Do you know what he's after? And do you know if it's still at the compound?
Probably that Republic guy we kidnapped.
Okay. Why'd you do that?
I don't know. They told me to do it, and thought it was a good idea and they wanted to sell the information he had.
Soren sticks his hand out to Dashin. Dashin credits.
Yeah.
You're going to go home. You're going to rethink your life, and you're going to leave Koboh.
All right.
Dashin fully feels like he did that himself.
Yes, I helped.
Okay.
Wake up the rest of your friends who can still be woken up and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like sniveling as he gets up and
I'm still I'm still clawing through debris. I'm like, all right, I need to figure out what the fuck's going on. We gotta go. Like, we gotta hunt. We have to hunt.
and the
Soren-
bodies are getting like fresher as you get like closer
Go
to it. You get the sense this was probably not that long ago.
It is probably space racist of me to believe that my people are great at hunting, but I think we are. So I am on that fucking hunt.
Hell yeah.
You're like
Maraja leading the
5%.
charge. Kind of almost getting low to the ground at some points, you know.
We're talking about like cheetah. We're looking at like fucking tigris, whatever. We're
So you guys get closer and closer to this bandit encampment. As you kind of get up to the like main fortress, there is the sounds of conflict inside. There's like an occasional like resonating loud thud followed by like the shaking of some of the like support structures in there. And also a fair bit of blaster fire.
Careful,
I am
Duchess.
concealed. I am. We're full panther right now. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Miraja, if you want to get a cat's eye view up top,
I'm like jumping.
So it
I
does
don't know how much
lead
time-
into like a cave within the mountainside.
Got it. So I gotta be creepy kitty.
Alrighty, so Miraja, you're kind of stealthing up. Are y'all following close behind, or are you letting her take the lead? Or
we're close behind it. I think Soren
Yeah.
has Dagon's lightsaber in his hand.
I'll
Okay.
watch the back.
Yeah.
Dashin staying
Sounds
comfortably
okay.
like behind all of you guys.
I'm holding Duchess
Yeah.
in
Chomboy,
our matching
watch.
outfits.
Chomboy, watch Dashin. He might need your support.
Chumbo
He climbs up your
has-
other shoulder.
Oh,
It's like
Jesus.
really kind of heavy and throwing you off. So you continue your way through this cave as you're it's like pretty well
Soft
lit.
kitty paws.
There's some like glow rods set up along the walls, and Miraja, you come across a couple of, it looks like the bandits are like, they're like holding blasters up, and they look like they're starting to head toward you, like to get out of the cave, and they see you and kind of like level their blasters, and they're like, hold it.
Okay, we got a little
So-
bit of a problem.
Soren draws Dagon's lightsaber and goes, "You're gonna want to keep leaving. We're here to deal with the Gendai."
I want you to make an intimidate check for me. So go ahead and make a roll with passion.
Oh, my lightsaber.
I stand up straight.
That would
I'm
be a
not on the
12.
ground.
Okay. So you get to
I have to throw our dog out real quick. I will be back in 30 seconds.
perfect. Gives me time to read this. I haven't done one of these intimidate checks in forever. On a 10 plus first, you pick one they cannot choose. Okay. So, Jared, I'm going to list off a list of options that they have, and you get to eliminate one.
Okay.
They run to escape or get back up. They back down but must keep watch. They give in with a few stipulations. And they attack you but off balance. The GM marks a condition on them.
I'll remove attacking.
Okay. So they run to escape or get back up. They back down but keep watch, or they give in but with a few stipulations. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say they very quickly turn to each other, look
Realize
back
that
at
there are
you.
3 fucking Jedi in front of them.
Yeah.
There's
They,
3 Jedi in front of them and the crazy Gendai behind them.
well, no, the Gendai is further into the cave. These guys
We
are trying
haven't
to get
found
out.
him yet.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
us, them, Ravis.
Yeah. And so they look to each other, look to you, and all simultaneously throw their blasters down and start running back the way you guys came.
Let's advance.
Well,
Yes,
that does
And so-
count as a peaceful solution, I will say.
it does.
Thank you.
And so you
Dashin,
guys
are you coming now, or would you like to stay at the mouth of the cave?
Well, I am running this expedition. I might as well go.
We
So
will
you
all
guys-
move forward.
come to the kind of like central chamber within this cave. And there's a couple more bodies, a couple more people who run past you. And standing tall in the center of this kind of central chamber is a massive, hulking, pretty much like 2 meter tall figure, looking to be wearing some sort of like mechanical power suit, purple skin, just ugly as sin, holding someone by the neck with one arm, as he's like slowly choking them, a giant flail-like weapon in his offhand, as he's like lifting them like a full meter above the ground.
Ravis, drop him.
And as still holding this guy within his hand, very slowly turns to all of you before he notices Dagan's lightsaber within you, and he goes,
Yeah, and like as
"Oh,
he sees him
Jedi."
clock it, Soren kind of like spins it across his fingers and goes, and that's an order.
Drops the guy to the ground, who's like, and then Ravis looks at you, flail out to the side, retracts it before sheathing it, and then picking up the guy by the collar and throwing him at your feet. I'll let you finish the interrogation then, Jedi.
It was a really good Ravis.
Thank you.
Soren kneels down, now kind of panicking that he didn't mean to become the leader of this expedition now. And going, oh no,
Well, he's
I
not.
accidentally scared the goons and now I'm in charge.
It's me.
And like asks he asked this not Bedlam Raider, where's the Republic scientist?
I ask the guy. I'm asking him the same question.
You're asking Ravis?
Yeah, hell yeah, might as well. Hey, you're here, bitch. Fuck you.
The officer is dead. Yeah. He's dead. Oh.
Cool.
If he's dead, then what or who killed him?
These idiots aren't quite as skilled at interrogation as I am. However, they did send a few transmissions off-world, so I'm inclined to believe they got some information out of him. Yeah, it was something about the planet on the other side of the abyss. He didn't know much, but the boss sent off some communication, sold it off to some information brokers. I don't really know what all it was.
And who's the boss?
And he points over to a body that's head has just been completely caved in. It looks like it might have once been an Umbaran, but it's really hard to tell.
Okay. So this whole little operation's been taken care of, it seems.
Well, I was going to finish the job, but it seems my
FTJ, baby.
authority's been
Sorry.
overruled.
Well, seeing as the head of this operation is no more, I think we can consider the job finished. And then Soren again looks at this guy and goes, "Get out of here while I can talk to him."
Yeah, got it. And he kind of staggers his way out. And Ravis kind of looks at you all and he says, "While it may be the honorable thing to do, one day letting people live is going to come back to bite you. I hope you know that."
Well,
Well,
I think that's why we have different occupations, isn't it?
I think it's curious that you think that we're the ones that are going to get bit in this situation, considering your working arrangement does seem to be a little bit ill-advised. Swearing a life debt to somebody who clearly does not respect your life is certainly a choice.
Definitely, I'd say that.
Yeah.
He bested me in combat.
And
The only one to ever do so, mind you.
Hmm.
And then spared my life and denied me a warrior's death. So I am honor bound to serve him until his dying day. But I assure you, I'll outlive him.
I wouldn't doubt that based on his attitude.
He
But
really is a dick.
we
Don't
need
I know it?
answer. Okay. We need to know. We need answers to questions. Do you have answers?
Depends on the questions. As he moves, he overturns some of their cover to make a seat for himself as he sits down.
I look over
Why
at
have you come
Soren.
here, Jedi? Surely Dagan didn't just send you this way to check on little old me.
Dagan didn't send me anywhere.
No.
Sure he did.
I look at Soren because I'm like, dude, you better back me the fuck up right now. You better
I'm
ask
curious
some
as to what he's
questions.
doing here as he points to Dashin. I see 3 Jedi and 1 whatever he is.
I am also a Jedi. I may not have studied
no
in the
doubt
traditional
with
way, but I'm very powerful, so don't underestimate me. Right, Soren?
Right. The Force takes us all on winding roads.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah, you notice how I didn't ask for Oz for backup right now. He's too forgoing. I need some facts. Give me some facts.
So you have questions.
Yeah.
Ask them.
We're investigating a dead Jedi Wayseeker, and the Council directed us to seek out the advice of another known Jedi killer. Thankfully, there's one that we can talk to who's on a very tight leash these days. It isn't a harm to anybody, as Soren is continuing to gesture with Dagan Gera's lightsaber. Because, if we're gonna shit on Dagan earlier, now Soren is doing some un-Jedi dick
Mhm.
waving because, you fuck with our people, I'm fucking with you back. In that very
Yeah.
I'm a Jedi Knight who's too big for his britches kind of way. But yeah, so Soren shares with Ravis everything we know.
Yeah,
about
you
the
lay out
guy's
the
death.
details of
Yeah.
everything that happened. Certainly
We
not
want
the
your
sort of
thoughts on a
Jedi killer.
motivation.
Well, he's certainly not the type of Jedi killer I was.
No.
I liked an honorable duel. It seems like, based on how you described it, this is more of an assassin than a warrior.
Yeah.
However, given the way the trap was set, it seems like the specificity of the target also wasn't important.
What do you mean?
They set a distress beacon with explosives strapped to the ship. They'd have no way of knowing which Jedi would answer the call. All that mattered was a Jedi would answer it.
So it's a person who just wants to kill any Jedi. All Jedi. Like me.
Sure. I believe it's something along those lines, if you want my personal opinion. Because I chose my targets very specifically. In fact, I almost chose you. Elor and Ozin. But I figured there wasn't much honor to be fought in beating a crazy old man.
Oh, that would have been quite the battle. And unfortunately for you, you would have found out that Dagan Gera is not the only person on this rock that could beat you in a fight. But gladly for everybody here, it does not need to come to that. I wouldn't want any blood to be spilled in front of my associate Chomboy. Believe me, he's seen a lot of it.
I fucking love Oz, man. I fucking love Oz, man.
Taylor, to answer the question that you sent me.
He just walked away to let Nia in. Sorry.
I did know. I'm.
Also, at that exact moment, after responding to that shit talk, I think Oz just like activates the hookah that's on the back of his thing, pulls the fucking thing out, wire and everything, and just like starts hitting it right in front of Ravis, just like.
And Ravis is pretty relaxed here. He doesn't seem like he's that like upset or disrespected by it. You get the sense that he does have a level of respect for you, Oz. He does take it.
I'll take a hit.
He hits the shit out of it.
More hits. I mean,
I don't hit it.
Chomboy.
So Taylor, to answer your question that you sent me, you were sent by the council to answer the distress beacon. The distress beacon was simply
No.
received.
Hold on.
Oh no, I think her headphones are fucked up.
Oh,
Because I can hear her yelling, "Oh no,
Yeah,
I can't hear."
Yeah, I heard her for a second, but
Hello, everybody.
You're
There we
back.
go.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. So,
To respond to my text message, I still never got.
sorry, I'm bad at typing.
I
Well, also
am
running
bad
a
at
game.
listening, apparently. So
So, to answer your question that you sent me, Taylor, you were sent. So essentially, the Jedi Temple received this distress beacon from the Vector, and the Council just selected you to go and figure out what
got
happened.
it. Okay, because I was like, hold up, am I about to get murdered, Loki?
No.
My
So,
part of all of this.
but yeah, Ravis essentially says that seems to be a non-specific target, and he looks at your kind of technical readout of the explosives and the motion sensors, and he says, "Now this is interesting. A specialized piece of equipment. If you look at the curvature, it's clearly meant to attach to a Jedi vector. I'd suspect this is custom made, or at least modified."
Do you know of anybody in your line of work who would be specifically seeking out modded tech to go after Jedi specifically in such a manner?
I know someone who I would go to seek out, and he looks at his flail, unique weaponry.
And whom would that be, and where could we find them?
It's a long shot, but he might know, or at least be able to continue to point you in the right direction.
A name and a planet, Ravis.
Patience, Jedi Master. You have somewhere you need to be?
Wherever this Sleemo is.
I know very little. I've never interacted with him directly, but I know his name is Zamir, and he operates out of Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, what a delightful place for this journey to take us.
Fucking love Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, I know you do.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm
Soren.
not familiar with the place.
Relax. It's not. It's. How do I put this in diplomatic terms? A cesspool of ill repute.
Oh, is it? And they certainly don't like Jedi there. If there's one thing the Hutts are a little peeved about right now, it's the Jedi and the Republic encroaching on their territory.
And that is where I come in, because I have I wouldn't say great relations with the Hutts, but I would say better relations with the Hutts than a lot of the council members at this time. I spent some time once on Nalhutta, and well, very, very slimy, I would say.
That they are.
Wonderful.
Well,
Does that sufficiently answer your inquiries?
I think that's all we'll be getting out of you for now.
Perhaps you should go back to Dagan Gera.
Go back to Daddy.
Fuck yeah.
And he stands, walks past all of you. I'm sure we'll meet again someday.
Soren, not even looking at Ravis, just holds up Dagon's lightsaber and goes, "Make sure your master gets his toy back."
And he takes it from you, walks off. Big stomping footsteps. Without another word, leaves the cave.
Well,
I'm going to say something here in the company of just our little adventuring party. I think I might like him more than the boy in the tower. I didn't want to say, but
Soren takes a deep breath and then breaks character and goes, "Yeah, man, this is so much more cool and chill. Like, oh god, I hate to give it to the Jedi killer, but goddamn,
you know,
He has too much aura.
yeah.
one
I was like, I
thing.
think
Do not have to give it
Raja
to the
finally
Somali
broke down and
pirates,
actually
but I'm
I'd
giving
hang out
it
with
to
them
the
after I was
Somali
listening.
so
I
loud.
think he was fine.
One thing that all three of you youngsters will come to understand is that while it's very easy for us to label other people Jedi killers, for a lot of people in the galaxy, we are the insert other culture here killers. The, you know, the,
Wouldn't
I
I
mean,
know?
we could call this an expedition to this Tanalor or whatever, but there are people that might call it colonization, that might call it conquering. And these are the types of conversations that they do not like to have on Coruscant, which is why I do not go to Coruscant.
Ugh, enough about Tanabor. Can we move on?
Me playing Survivor. me literally just like
Well,
All right.
I'm glad you don't care for Coruscant because it sounds like we're going to Nar Shaddaa.
just as many bright lights, less politicians, more dangerous.
I have to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Just to use this silly little kitty box.
I love how Joe went method on Taylor having to go to the bathroom.
Juice, what do you think? Yeah, there were multiple characters we had the chance to use here, and I said, fuck it, I'm using all of them.
Might as well.
Goddamn fucking Ravis.
I can't do a great Dagan, but I can do a solid Ravis.
See, this is the moment where it's like I'm trying so hard to differentiate Soren from Fabian. Because it's like I feel like even redeemed Fabian, that interaction would have gone violent really fast.
Yeah.
But like not
Ravis
being
and
able to
Fabian
tell
would throw hands pretty quick.
almost instantaneously, but like Fabian and Dagan Gera, like I'm like, oh man, like I don't think I can say go fuck yourself. Like even that feels like I can't really say those words to him as this character, so I just gotta let Oz do the big dicking because like Fabian just be like, fuck you, kick him in the dick and punch him in the face.
You could tell him to go criff himself, technically. That's
I know, but even then, like I don't feel like Soren's at the place where he'd say that. Like, just like I think Soren's kind of experiencing the culture shock of like, oh, this guy I thought would be like a gallant hero is actually a fucking asshole.
My thing with Oz is that I'm definitely I mean this is more post-show talk, but while we're waiting for Taylor, is that I want Oz to be like always kooky and always never fully serious, but also he has such a he's so traveled and has seen so much and is at odds in a lot of ways with the order as is, that like I always want there to be the looming question of like, how badass is he actually, until we finally have to answer that.
Yeah.
You know?
And y'all circumvented any combat this time, so
That's true.
could have fought these raiders. Or they could have fought you, but you eliminated the choice for them to fight, so. But I loved coming up with the detail that Ravis considered hunting Oz, but was like, it's not worth it.
Well,
Deuce, you're
Oh
fine.
shit!
I'm back.
Okay. So are you guys going to just go back to your ship? Are you going to go back to Dagan? Is there anything y'all want to do before you head to Nar Shaddaa?
I certainly don't want to go back to Dagan.
Yeah, fuck that guy. We don't want to see him
What a
again.
dick.
He's terrible. He honestly was such an asshole. Why would the council send us to him?
This
And
whole
by
planet
us, I mean me, I
sucks.
suppose, but okay.
Let's go back to my ship. We have cable.
We have cable.
None of that direct TV. That's all the temple had.
I guess it's satellite.
The temple only had direct TV.
Yeah, I'm down with just getting back on the Duchess and heading to Nar Shaddaa.
Yes, full bar.
Alrighty. So
Full
you
bar?
guys
Of course.
Damn, why was I sober on the ride here?
you guys board the Duchess once more and punch in the coordinates for Nar Shaddaa, preparing your way there to search for the arms dealer known only as Zemir.
I'm like trying on different outfits in the thing, because like in Duchess too, because he said that they are not super fond of Jedi, and like granted, that's what I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's a good question for y'all. Are y'all going to go
Ooh.
there essentially
I
in
gotta-
disguise, or just full on Jedi robes? Fuck it.
I'm prepared for anything. I brought so many clothes.
I'm
Love
kind of down to
you
do an
so
incognito
much.
look.
Yeah, we need a fashion show right now, okay?
Do you want to borrow anything? Fashion show.
Unfortunately, there's a method to the madness here, and I can't change anything. But if you all want to do a little disguise
you
thing,
So
should-
then
Oz in like classical, like ceremonial temple robes that are just decked out in all sorts of weird shit.
just like
But
bits
Give him
and
a-
bobs and everything.
Give him a cloak. Give him a cloak, please.
I'll just
Give him
throw a
cloak.
sheet over him. I don't know.
However, I did acquire a new accessory, you might say, for this. Chomboy, and then Chomboy waddles over, and Chomboy throws up the grass that he was chewing on earlier,
Blech.
and it's a little pile of throw up. Thank you, Chomboy. Oz like takes out like a little like a mini like spatula instrument or something, or like almost like a butter knife looking thing, and just kind of like pats it all together, starts smoothing it out and everything, and says, when this dries, I'm going to use it as part of a ritual for meditation and clarity. Nobody touch the small puffer pig throw up
Not
pile.
gonna.
It's going to
Absolutely.
draw.
As
hopefully
he throws
just
up a
kind of like-
second pile.
Thank you, Chomboy.
I start making the cat throwing up
Absolutely
noise.
not. We
It
have
could also-
clothes.
It could be edible. It could
I
be very
I
nutritious.
literally start making the cat throwing up noise as I'm watching it go.
Duchess, get away from that.
I know. It
I'm
seems
gonna
a
pick
little
up
bit
Duchess and take her away from me.
off-putting for you non-puffer pig owners, but I assure you that that throw-up is cleaner than all of your homeworlds. I know that for a fact.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Soren
shower
just-
you when you're asleep again.
Soren just opts for like the most basic looking like flight jacket outfit very
Which,
like
by Dash and Narvixa standards, is still fairly flamboyant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's made of
it's
velvet.
gold.
It's just got a slightly more muted color palette and less.
It's
sequins.
velvet on the back. It says juicy.
Yes.
in Arabesh. In
Yeah,
Arabesh.
yeah.
And Arabesh across my ass. It says
Yeah.
juicy.
Yeah.
And
Oh wow.
All
I
right.
literally look like Paris Hilton from 2003.
Lots of glitter. I have a cape and a matching
Like I'm a
two-piece
fucking
suit.
pink cat right now. Like I'm a blonde pink cat. Like I'm fucking Paris Hilton.
We
As a
can dye your
honey.
fur.
Honey, don't.
Step into the machine. It's instant.
Honey, don't.
I push you in. Click the button. You're now bleach blonde.
All right.
Hell.
So as you
Really
all
makes your eyes pop.
prepare your disguises and set course for Nar Shaddaa, that's where we're going
How
to
about
end this episode of Luminous Odyssey.
The boy who is not here is actually Murat. Excuse me. Murat.
It was a hairball.
Murat.
I just want y'all to know I'm keeping these two dried throw up clusters,
Ugh,
and
must
I
leave.
will be factoring them into the story later somehow. I just